Okay, very good morning, everyone, and welcome to the briefing on Thursday, the 4th of May. So first off, taking a look at the synoptic, we see over the top of us today should be a reasonably settled picture, although we have got these frontal systems approaching from the south. This is the midday chart, and if we go ahead to midnight, it looks like they'll be sort of passing through potentially this evening. But I'm hoping that the majority of the day we should be clear of that. Isobars getting a little bit closer together now, and curling around here, bringing the winds a bit more from the south. As we go ahead to tomorrow, depends on the exact positioning here, but we see this trough line over the top of us, so maybe a little bit unsettled. And a similar picture on Saturday, potentially a little bit unsettled. The wind today over our area, it's going to be, to begin with, fairly east, but it's going around more south, potentially all the way around 220, but that's more in the channel. So I would think sort of southeast to begin with and going around more south. Strength, we're looking at about 20 to 25 knots, so reasonably strong. The sat pic shows sort of some upper level cloud around our area. I think there is some lower stuff, but there is more cloud to the south as these fronts come towards us. And yeah, the rain radar is showing there's rain out to the southwest, which I'm hoping isn't going to get to us today because these fronts are reasonably slow moving. If we look at the rainfall forecast as we go ahead, we see it's sort of dissipating and not really coming in our direction too much. Perhaps the odd shower late afternoon, depending on exactly where this all goes. And again, perhaps a few more showers into the evening, but it looks like it should be reasonably flyable. Yeah, potentially some showers in the evening. Public forecasts agrees with that. It's pretty much saying nice day, a little bit cloudier than yesterday, with the chance of some rain in the evening. Feeling quite warm, 16 degrees, although that wind will make it feel a little bit cooler. But otherwise, good visibility, fairly low humidity, and a reasonably high UV index today. GFS is suggesting we may get up to about 17, 18 degrees in this area. We're the dew point down at about 12, so we've got a reasonable split there. And that's current view outside. It's a little bit on the murky side, but certainly flyable. What cloud there is, I think, is reasonably high up. Current temperature at Lasham is 11 degrees, dew point of 6.5. And Farnborough's last observation, 5 knots from the east-northeast, varying a little bit, good visibility. And their forecast is wind from the east and no clouds below 3,000 feet, nothing else significant. Haven't got a cloud readout on there. I find Odium. Yeah, Odium is saying much the same. In their forecast, they've got a tempo at 5 to 6 o'clock, so that's 6 till 7 British summer time. Scatter clouds at 2,000 feet and some rain showers. Top Meteo is saying no potential distance today, unfortunately, but it says there may be some thermals in our area up to about 2,500 feet. This is 2 o'clock. Maybe some cumulus again, like yesterday. We were on the edge of this dry area and cumulus area. Yeah, potentially thermals about 2,500 feet with some local soaring, but I don't think it's going to be particularly good. NOTAM wise, nothing to affect locally. 24 here, that big one is the amendment to the coronation NOTAM still. 15 just up to the west here, high intensity radio transmissions. And various danger areas over here activated, but not particularly soarable today. And I don't think there's going to be anything affecting us locally. So operationally today, we're going to start off 09 in the normal setup with the launch point here. And we'll probably have the winch offset, and we may progressively offset it more throughout the day. So we'll have the cables on the south side of the gliders and the winch over here somewhere. So have the gliders right up against the edge of the runway, so we're not using up all the landing area. And when you are landing, be conscious if you overrun you'll be getting closer to the cables as they are going to the south. So please try and land shorter, or if you do land longer, try and keep out of the way of the cables. As we go throughout the day, the wind's going to go around more to the south, so we may have to switch to 1/6. If we do, I'll try and coordinate that with lunchtime or something. Otherwise, it should be a reasonably straightforward day. We have potentially got some jet movements. We have got a PA31 supposed to arrive at 8:52 this morning, but it's about half an hour delayed. And there may be another PA31 coming in later. And there's a very small chance that they'll be dropping off a crew for an air test for an Airbus later, but I've been told that's quite unlikely. So it should be quite a straightforward day. I'll see you out on the airfield. Bye for now.